How should we treat animals?
We should treat animals with kindness and respect because they have feelings too.
What's the difference between adults and children?
Adults are older, have more experience, and are usually responsible for taking care of children.
Do you think the chicken or the egg came first?
This is a tricky question. Some people think the egg came first because the first chicken had to come from an egg laid by a bird that wasn't quite a chicken yet.
Is love a feeling or is it a reflection of actions we do to others?
Love is both a feeling and something we show through our actions by caring for others and being kind.
How do you think people would behave if there were no rules or laws?
Some people might behave well out of kindness, but without rules, there might be more chaos and unfairness.
What makes someone or something beautiful?
Beauty can be found in kindness, how something looks, and how it makes us feel.
Is boredom a good or bad thing?
Boredom can be good because it encourages creativity and finding new things to do.
Is it okay to break the law to save someone you love?
Sometimes, breaking the law might be justified if it means saving someone's life, but it can also have serious consequences.
Do humans have a responsibility to look after the planet?
Yes, because we depend on the Earth for our survival and need to keep it healthy for future generations.
What do you think makes a good friend?
A good friend is someone who is kind, trustworthy, and always there to support you.
Do you think it's okay to eat animals or not?
Some people believe it's okay if done humanely, while others think it's wrong to harm animals.
If someone shares a secret with you, is it ever okay to share it with someone else?
It's usually best to keep the secret unless it's about something dangerous or harmful.
Do you think it's possible to have good without evil, or not?
Good and evil are often seen as opposites that define each other, so it's hard to imagine one without the other.
Do you think kids need two parents?
Kids can be raised well by one parent, two parents, or even other family members as long as they are loved and cared for.
How long do you think it takes until you reach a point where you're wise?
Wisdom comes with experience and learning, so it can take many years, but even kids can be wise in their own ways.
How do you think the world would look if apes were the dominant species?
It might look different with more natural environments and different kinds of structures suited to apes' needs.
Do you think there are alternate universes, or are we living in the only one?
It's possible there are alternate universes, but we don't have evidence to prove it yet.
Do you think the world would be better if kids were in charge?
Kids might bring new ideas and kindness, but they might also lack the experience needed to solve complex problems.
Is it important to be honest at all times, or are there times when it's okay to lie?
Honesty is important, but sometimes small lies are told to protect someone's feelings or safety.
Is it possible for 2 plus 2 to be anything other than 4?
In our usual math, 2 plus 2 is always 4, but in different contexts like abstract math, it might be different.
Do you think robots will ever take over the world one day?
Robots might become more advanced and help us, but humans should make sure they don't take over.
What do you think is the most important thing in life?
The most important thing might be love, happiness, and being kind to others.
Do you think animals have feelings like us?
Yes, many animals show signs of emotions like happiness, sadness, and fear.
If you traveled back in time and changed the past, what do you think the implications would be?
Changing the past could have huge effects on the present, making things very different from what we know.
What makes a painting beautiful?
A painting can be beautiful because of its colors, shapes, and the feelings it evokes in people.
Can something be created from nothing?
In science, we think something can't come from nothing, but it's still a big question in physics and philosophy.
Is it acceptable to kill bugs because we find them annoying?
Some people think it's okay, while others believe all living creatures should be respected.
If humans were able to live to 200, how do you think this would change society?
Society might change with more elderly people, different job structures, and possibly more wisdom passed down.
What makes us human?
Our ability to think, feel emotions, and connect with others makes us human.
Can a robot be human?
Robots can act like humans, but they don't have feelings or consciousness like we do.
Are you your body or your mind?
Both your body and mind make up who you are, and they work together to form your identity.
Can you know what it's like to be an elephant?
We can try to imagine, but we can't fully know because we don't have their experiences.
If pigs are what wolves eat, is the big bad wolf bad?
The wolf isn't bad for following its nature, but stories often use characters to teach lessons.
If you made the cake, should you get the biggest slice?
It might be nice to share fairly, even if you made it, to show kindness to others.
What do you think life would be like if you were afraid of nothing?
You might take more risks, but fear also helps keep us safe.
Can anything be true and false at the same time?
Some things might seem true and false depending on perspective, but usually, something is either true or false.
Is an emotional person more or less likely to be a good person?
Being emotional doesn't determine if someone is good, it's their actions and how they treat others that matter.
If you laugh when you're not trying to laugh, is it you doing the laughing?
Yes, it's still you because it's your body reacting.
Do you think animals like being kept as pets?
Some pets enjoy companionship, but wild animals might prefer freedom.
If time travel is possible, do you think we might have met time travelers already?
It's possible, but there's no clear evidence that we have met time travelers.
Are clowns scary or funny?
Clowns can be both. Some people find them funny, while others find them scary.
If your parents had given you a different name, do you think you'd have a different personality?
A name can influence how others see you, but your personality is more about who you are inside.
Why do humans find things funny?
Humor comes from surprising, unexpected, or silly things that make us laugh and feel good.
Do humans need other people in order to live?
Yes, humans are social creatures and need others for companionship, support, and cooperation.
Do you think we should try to prevent bad things from happening?
Yes, preventing bad things can make the world safer and happier for everyone.
Does everybody deserve to be shown respect?
Yes, everyone deserves basic respect because it helps build a kind and fair society.
Is it possible to be happy and sad at the same time?
Yes, you can feel mixed emotions, like being happy for someone's success but sad they'll be moving away.
Do you think happiness can be measured?
Happiness is personal and can be hard to measure, but we can try by looking at factors like health, relationships, and satisfaction.
Is it best to seek out pleasure and avoid pain?
Seeking pleasure and avoiding pain is natural, but sometimes facing pain can lead to growth and better outcomes.
At what age are children accountable for their actions?
Accountability grows with age and understanding, but there's no specific age, it varies for each child.
Where do morals come from?
Morals come from our families, cultures, religions, and personal experiences.
Is it ever okay to steal?
Stealing is generally wrong, but some argue it might be justified in extreme situations to save a life.
Do you think there's ever a justification for hurting others?
Hurting others is usually wrong, but some situations like self-defense might be considered justified.
Should we always follow the rules even if doing so leads to harm?
Not always, sometimes rules need to be questioned if they cause harm or are unfair.
Does every human life count equally?
Yes, every human life is valuable and deserves respect.
What makes you human?
Our ability to think, feel emotions, and connect with others makes us human.
Is love or money more important?
Love is more important because it brings happiness and meaning, while money is just a tool.
Do you think there's such a thing as true love?
True love exists, but it requires effort and care to keep it strong over time.
Do you think love lasts forever?
Love can last forever if people continue to care for and respect each other.
Why do people get married?
People get married to show their love and commitment and to build a life together.
Do you think children are born with a deep love for their parents?
Most children naturally love their parents because they care for and nurture them.
What do you think would happen if we lived forever?
Living forever could change how we value life and relationships, possibly making us less motivated.
What would your idea of heaven be?
Heaven is often imagined as a place of peace, happiness, and being with loved ones.
Is it right that everyone should have access to education?
Yes, everyone should have access to education to improve their lives and contribute to society.
What makes a crime a crime?
A crime is something that breaks the law and harms others or society.
If God is real, then who created God?
If God is real, some believe God has always existed and wasn't created.
Do trees feel pain?
Trees might not feel pain like humans, but they do react to damage in their own ways.
Why do you think we talk to ourselves?
We talk to ourselves to work through thoughts, make decisions, and understand our feelings.
Do you think your dreams have a hidden meaning?
Some people believe dreams have hidden meanings about our subconscious thoughts and feelings.
How do we determine between what's fact and what's fiction?
We determine fact from fiction through evidence, logic, and scientific methods.